Hi guys, I'm John. I'm the team leader for Reach Out Volunteers, and today we come to Cambodia to work at the Cambodia Wildlife Sanctuary.
We're feeding them watermelon, and I'm very excited.
So excited.
Reach Out Volunteers is an international volunteering organization. So we take university students from across the world to developing countries to do community development work, wildlife conservation work, and marine conservation work. That means we're building houses for homeless families.
Where's my watermelon?
Good pretty much for...
Yeah, pretty much that, right? Good for the skin.
So before we had actually arrived, I really only knew that there were 2 elephants that had been rescued from the logging industry. I knew that it was big, but I didn't realize it was 25,000 acres. It's huge.
I've never seen an elephant out here in the jungle before. Usually you just see them cooped up in zoos or in some place that's not big enough for them, not the right environment. So it's really cool that they're in a place where they can be rehabilitated properly.
So just having met Lek for one night, she's really inspirational. She's like born into a hill tribe with pretty much nothing. And just in the course of a few years, she's founded 5 elephant refuges in Thailand and in Burma and Sri Lanka and Cambodia. It's amazing to see that one woman could make all that much of a difference.
We'll follow and see what is Arun Ria. We'll find food. Her food, so I want to go and learn more about how they can survive in the jungle.
When you walk in this forest, you can see these gigantic trees. They're huge. And those trees 100 years ago would have covered this entire area. But now they're few and far between, and what we have are these small shrubs and these new trees. And we can see we're actually starting to have a reforestation of this area.
Oh, we're almost there.
Oh, okay, I go up a little bit.
Okay.
Even just coming here for a week or 2, you can actually really make a difference. And that, yeah, you can learn a lot just from coming to a new place like this, experiencing a new culture, a new way of living.
Right now, we're teaching the kids English, and we're showing them our names. First we showed them our names, we're showing them how to spell their names too.
Trying to learn how to use these grasses as catapults. You apparently rip off the sides and then you can shoot them in stem. I'm still trying to learn. I can't do it right now. I'll get it one day.
We're saving trees from getting cut from loggers because they're blessed by monks.
Just blessed this giant one. It took 3 of us to wrap around. 3 cloths. We're planting the banana trees so they can grow and feed the elephants. So we found a cicada exoskeleton on the side of the tree, and usually they spend a couple years in the ground before they come up. Just peel it and yeah.
The Cambodia Wildlife Sanctuary is working with the Save Elephant Foundation to protect and conserve 1 million acres of jungle habitat. Approximately 1 hour outside of Angkor Wat, the project spans 25,000 acres and aims to protect the land and all native species, flora and fauna that call it home, including tigers, monkeys, buffalo, and of course the Asian elephant.
The project plan of Cambodian Wildlife Sanctuaries, we will rescue the wild animal that's still on cage, many of them in Cambodia, and then we will introduce them to the nature. Now we are going to deeper in the jungle, and we'll follow and see what is Arun Ria. We'll find food, her food. So I want to go and learn more about how they can survive in the jungle. Every day she will go to find her own food. The elephant, when they stay in their homeland, they know better than us. They know where is a mango. They know where is ready fruit for them. So they quite lead us. She exactly know where is her own fruit. We are in the middle of jungle of Cambodia. This is wild fruit. This is Alundria now. She show us what is the right food for her. This is a lot of food, and we have plenty jungle fruit. And it's really elephant love it, and also monkey love. Him every day. She know where is it, and she keep move different location. She know how to find the fruit. She know which area the fruit ready for her. The elephant, they know better than us. This is their home and this is their area. So today she just walk and lead us to show where is her fruit, and I can see how much she enjoy to eat this fruit.
So I've actually been pretty lucky. I've worked in Africa at a game reserve for a while, so I've worked with elephants before. And yeah, I know a lot about them and what they eat, how they sleep, their general life cycle. But the Asian elephant is a lot different from the African elephant in size, in demeanor, in just their general aesthetics, how they look. The African elephant is bigger, the Asian elephant is a little bit smaller, a little more docile, a little bit easier to actually domesticate, as we've seen in Southeast Asia. So this morning we are planting banana trees that we've taken from the forest. We planted them here to use them as food for both elephants and for ourselves. We've also been taking plants that we've been growing in the nursery on this side of the complex and moving it over here for the next stage of growth and germination. So right now we are feeding our rescued elephant. This is the first time that most of these volunteers have ever seen an elephant, and especially one that has come from the circumstances that this has. So they are very emotional, they love to see this elephant, and they're really happy to be working with him.
Except for hip fractures.
So right now we are cutting and preparing these orange cloths to be blessed by monks, and this afternoon we will go to the forest to tie them around trees to protect them from loggers.
Really good idea, like putting fabric home to like patch things.
Fly telepathically.
Not too far from the central platform. So we're on our way right now to put up some of these orange cloths, and they've been blessed by monks in this area of Cambodia. And the whole purpose of what we're doing is we are going to tie these around trees so that they are protected. The area around us was once filled with giant trees, but due to the Cambodian logging industry, most of that foliage is gone. In Cambodian culture, to cut down a tree with one of these cloths attached is sacrilege, and someone who does do that is then unlucky for the rest of their lives. So these elephants came to this refuge in 2012. They were rescued from abusive circumstances within the Cambodian logging industry and trekking industries.
Save the tree!
So we're tying this cloth up high so that when the fires come in the dry season, they will not burn the cloth, but also not tie them tight enough so that the tree can continue to grow.
We just blessed this giant one. It took 3 of us to wrap around. 3 cloths.
3 cloths, yeah. Yeah.
In the wild, elephants would take baths like this to cool down in the hot day's sun. But elephants also need around 200 to 250 liters of water a day. Let's get wet. In Africa, we don't have the kind of rivers and sort of deep water that we have here to bathe in, so I bathe the elephant with a hose. But here we got into the water with the elephants, which was pretty amazing. And yeah, it's just awesome to be that close and just like tossing buckets on this elephant and just seeing her like cleaning herself as well.
Putting mud on herself as a like sunscreen to protect from the sun.
We created a volunteer program in 1998. At that time, we created in Chiang Mai, Thailand. So when we start the volunteer program, we have learned a lot, and we learn from volunteer itself, and we learn from many people from around the world. When the volunteer program start to run, we can see that volunteer program have benefit to the local community and have helping a lot of educate for the local people and our staff as well. So from Thailand, we spread the volunteer program to all around Asia. Volunteer program is very benefit and value for the living of Asian country. When any volunteer come along to work, they start to work and help to local community. They start to go and plant, do the fire break, start to go to school to work with the school, build a lot of things for people as library, school, temple, bridge, road. Volunteers work hard, and all of them, when they come to work in any project, they are very dedicated.
So last night we packed up a whole bunch of gifts for the kids. So pencils, pens, notebooks, erasers, snacks. And today we've come to the school to teach them English, and now we're about to present them with all the gifts we packed yesterday.
The school was incredible. I didn't know what to expect at first, and when I arrived there it was so much different to what I'm used to. But the people and the children, the teachers, all of them are just so lovely and happy.
When we first pulled up to the school, I have never seen more smiling faces, and every child was just so happy. And it just struck me that these children have next to nothing. And I come from a world that's so built up and so fortunate.
I believe the work that we've done here as volunteers has helped the local community by, well, one, giving them, more hands to help with the hard labor.
We give back to the local school that's up the street with school supplies and all that other kind of stuff.
Is very important. We're here to help in any way possible, because more hands only means more work that can be done in a shorter period of time. And volunteers in general are just needed anywhere and everywhere.
នាយកសាលាបាទជំនួសឲ្យលោកគ្រូអ្នកគ្រូនិងសិស្សសានុសិស្សនិងឪពុកម្ដាយសិស្សហ្នឹងគឺថាសប្បាយរីករាយបាទហើយនឹងជួយគ្រប់គ្រងបាទតែជាទង្វើមួយមនុស្សធម៌បានជួយឲ្យក្មេងរៀនចេះដឹងទាំងភាសាជាតិនិងអន្តរជាតិហ្នឹងបងរីករាយណាស់បាទ
I've been here on the ground for about 4 hours, and I never want to leave. It is so much fun watching Lek work and watching her volunteers surrounding her, and the feeling out here is just incredible. I hope to come back down the line and volunteer myself, plant a tree, know that I've done something to make a change. It's incredible. The world is so much bigger than what goes on around you, and you can make a permanent change. You could reverse the clear cutting of trees and create something for the future, for a sustainable future. Yeah, volunteer. I mean, volunteer. It's incredible to be here.
We have to make sure that the local community be the part of our project. Today, when I come to the Cambodia Wildlife Sanctuary, we have set appointment with the government, headman, military, police, and NGO and many organizations to come and meeting, to talk and try to understanding for each part. Sometimes, when we come and work here, we try to understand their culture as well and to learn what they need. So also we have to explain to them what we will go and do, what will be benefit for the local community here. We have the volunteer come from all around the world and come from a different part of the culture, different of an understanding, and many people come from different background. So when the people come to work in Asia country, very important that we have to make sure people understand the culture. We have to meeting and let the volunteer to know what is they were going to do, what they're supposed to do and don't is very important, and it's very sensitive if the volunteer come from Westerner or European and have different culture from the part here.
Even just being here for a week, you can make a difference at a place like this. And you can make the difference in the life of elephants. And more importantly, I've learned the way that an elephant should be treated. We can really see the difference we've been making. We've planted well over 100 banana trees just in this very area right here. We've tied 44 cloths up in the forest to protect the trees. We've done so much work in the nursery planting new plants and herbs for the elephants to eat. And we've gone out to the forest to collect more banana trees, more herbs. But also, more than that, we've lived under the stars in bungalows every night, and it's just been a really cool experience. Do this stuff while you're young, because when you do this while you're young, you leave here with entirely new outlook in life, and you have experiences that no one else really has. So even if it's just you go home and you can put this on your resume, people see that you're a learned, worldly person. And when you're a worldly, learned person, you have opportunities that other people may not have. And more importantly, you get to make a difference.